just through me. Here, you want the link? They're the Huskies, right? Yeah. It's legitimately just this. You ready? It's just gonna be that with like my commentary over it. There's still 47 minutes. Hey, does he usually talk to you guys when you warm up the game time? What? Does he usually talk to you guys when you warm up the game time? For how long?
I don't know. He'll just tell me like when we're supposed to go. Let's say.
So I'd like to say.
Like if you don't have like
we'll grab some right after warm up. Right after warm up, we'll go back down. pissed off though because that was an expensive thing. It's not worth it.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat a sound.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
We fell in love as the leaves
Can I just take a picture of us?
Yeah, you're not sending them to
No,
me.
I just want to come myself because I'm gonna forget.
as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer.
numbers are tops. 612, 1022, 33. Thank you. One other defenseman who was like top 10. I think it was Skylar Fontaine.
My old teammate used to play there.
What's that?
My old teammate used to play there.
do it how you usually do it?
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt the
That's true.
What?
That's true.
If he walks up, I'll play by ear.
You can also just interview Jazz and ask her how she feels about the question and how she affects the play. And then we can do intermission during intermission.
I can always get the ones in between periods opening on board.
Yeah. What's that? Picture? Here, wait. What's the... Do you care if I log in? What's the login for it? Because there's a... You don't know it? Alright, never mind.
I really should write them down somewhere in case I get lost out there.
Yeah, it's okay. Just write like T minus 10 minutes here at Matthews Arena. And then do you want the link for the radio stream?
Billboard, baby, do it, you can make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance, they don't know.
It's free. Link to the radio stream. Yeah.
It's officially hockey season. Good afternoon and welcome to this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics and Matthews Arena for today's non-conference exhibition matchup between the second in the nation Huskies of Northeastern University and your Franklin Pierce University Ravens. Once again, welcome to the broadcast. On the call with you today, my name is Ezra Janello, and we are sure to see some new faces in the lineup for the Ravens with a freshman class of 5 skaters and a goalie, but also the sophomore class who only got 2 out-of-conference games last season. Jenna Ruiz, the sophomore from Webster, Wisconsin, impressed during those 2 games last year and is slotted on the top forward line to start this one here at Matthews Arena. She is sure to impress in this one. Meanwhile, for the Huskies, they are coming off a season that saw them go 17-1-1, including an overtime win on their way to the pinnacle of Hockey East, winning the conference championship. This year, the Huskies come in ranked second in the nation behind only the University of Wisconsin Badgers in the USA Hockey Magazine Women's College Hockey Poll. A big part of that ranking is reigning Patty Caz Award winner Aaron Frankel, who we'll see some of today getting the start in net for the team in white. When we come back, it's the Ravens and the Huskies. But first, let's send it down to the Matthews Arena public address announcer for the starting lineups and national anthem.
And now for today's starting lineup. First, for the Ravens from Franklin Pierce University. At left wing, number 21, Caitlin Gilbert. At center, number 9, Marisa Mazzaro. At right wing, number 26, Ava Keeson. At left defense, number 2, Katrina Deza. On right defense, number 8, Brooke Remington. And in goal, number 32, Emily Astrinder. The Ravens are led by head coach David Stockdale. He is assisted by Julia Ashton and Stephen Hennessy. And now, for your Northeastern Huskies starting lineup. At left wing, number 8, Andrea Renning. At center, number 6, Katie Knoll. At right wing, number 12, Chloe Awad. At left defense, number 10, Brooke Hobson. At right defense, number 22, Skylar Forte. And in goal, for the Huskies, number 33, Erin Frankel. The Huskies are now led by head coach Dave Flint, who is assisted by Dick Captino, Lindsey Berman, and Todd Blanchard. Today's on-ice officials assigned by the Hockey East are referees Shane Wallinger, Patrick Silver, and linesmen Abigail Torres and Karen Cunningham. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
Welcome back into this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics as we are on the road in Boston, Massachusetts at the historic Matthews Arena, where your Ravens are taking on the number 2 ranked in the nation, Northeastern University Huskies. The Ravens will go with the tried and true starting goalie Emmy Ostrander. In her career, 49 games played. She's got a 30-17-1 record to go along with a 1.69 goals against average and a 9.35 save percentage. One of the best to ever do it in a Ravens uniform for sure. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ice, they're going with Erin Frankel, the reigning Patty Kaz Award winner. Last year, she started 23 games and appeared in 23 games. She had 19 total goals against for an 0.81 goals against average. 526 saves in those 23 games for a 9.65 save percentage. The Patty Kaz Award winner had a record of 20 wins and 2 losses to go along with 9 shutouts last year. For the Ravens, we're going to see their second line. It's going to be Marissa Massaro, the graduate student captain from Brockton, Massachusetts, in the center. She's winged by Caitlin Brightbill and Ava Keeson, the fast winger from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. They're joined by Brooke Remington and the graduate student from Dartmouth College, Katarina Deja, in her Ravens debut. As we are set to go here at Matthews Arena, the Ravens win the opening faceoff. It's Deja. Deja throws it in on net. Quickly onto Frankel, who plays it below the goal line and taken by Fontaine below their cage. Massaro, strong pressure. She's there on Andrea Renner. Now it's Massaro below the goal line. Good start here for the Ravens in the opening 15 seconds. It's played now by Katie Knoll. Knoll tries going up the boards. She's met by Brightbill. Picked back up by Skylar Fontaine. Played up, and now it's Chloe Arard. Arard drops it off. She tries to go to Fontaine. Fontaine, a shot gets blocked. A collision in front. It's Caitlin Brightbill knocking down Fontaine. Now it's a 2-on-1. Brightbill and Niss. Becca Niss on the near side. Throws it towards the net. Goes behind Frankel's cage. Brightbill gets knocked down. No call coming. And looking to clear out of their own zone is Andrea Renner. She goes back to her defenseman, Mega Carter. Now it's Carter. She enters the offensive end, puts a shot on net from the neutral zone, gets blocked down. It's Emily Prive now for the Ravens. Back to her defenseman, Steph Cabin. Cabin D-to-D with her D partner. That's Julia Stevens, the freshman from Minneapolis, Minnesota. A Southwest High School alum. Now up for Prive, plays onside. Jenna Ruiz, the fast skating, nice hands freshman, in on it in the corner. Gets played up to Cabin. Cabin, a shot. Almost gets redirected in front. It goes wide just to the side of Frankel. Below the goal line was a Husky, now in front. Shot saved by Frankel. Frankel, netminder, has an A on her chest. Goes up to Stevens at the blue line. Stevens, a shot, gets blocked by a Husky that goes down in front. That was Skylar Irving, who dropped to her knees to block the shot. Icing the call, and the Ravens very strong in this opening minute with 18:11 to go in the first period. They've had some pretty good opportunities so far. We'll see the Ravens' third line highlighted by Cassidy Jones. Cassidy Jones very fast on that wing. Genevieve Hendrickson goes by Gino, and Becca Niss for the Ravens. Niss now into the corner after a shot coming off of the stick of Bethany Ross went wide. Kept in the blue line by Kiki Doucette. Now an opportunity in front for the Ravens. Move. Oh, just couldn't keep the handle on it. Was Gino Hendrickson. She was all alone on Frankel, but it goes wide off a poke check. Now a shot from the point coming off the stick of Ross. Goes wide. Now in the corner is Hendrickson again. Hendrickson wearing number 19 for the Ravens in her freshman year. It gets picked up by the Huskies, Maureen Murphy, and played out. Ross back for the Ravens. Quick breakout off the stick of Cassidy Jones and into the corner. First one on it is Lily Yadovich. Brooke Hobson, a captain on this Northeastern roster, plays it in deep. There to pick up the puck is Bridget Fagan, named as an assistant captain going into her senior year here in Ringe. A transfer from Plymouth State in her earlier days. Played around. Now it's, I believe, Niss. Might be Katarina Deja. It is Deja in the corner. She works and regains possession before being bodied off the puck. It goes around for Fagan. And Diener in the area for puck support, but they can't get it. Now it's Diener in front. She falls over. Ostrander makes a save. Puck goes below the goal line, and working on it is Brooke Remington. Remington goes down. Delayed penalty against the Ravens. Frankel goes to the net. Northeastern controls. Shot gets blocked in front by Deja. Extra attacker on the ice for the Huskies. Brooke Hobson in the corner. Throws in front. Goes around the boards and is picked up at the blue line by a Husky in white. Walking the blue line, Yevedic. Yevedic finds someone. Puck comes out of the zone. It was Tessa Ward, who now gets off the ice for a change. Still 6-on-5 as there's a delayed penalty against the Ravens. Move on to Ostrander. Net comes off its bearings, and we'll get a hooking call that sends the Ravens to the box. So they get shorthanded here early. It's a good question. Michaela Kelly, maybe? No, Katarina Deja. So funny enough, the only Raven here who's really played at this level against teams of this caliber that transfer from Dartmouth College. We saw her 2 years ago as the Ravens took to the road to take against the Big Green. She sits down for hooking. Actually, the Ravens are going to have 2 penalties, so it'll be 5-on-3. So Remington takes a seat next to Deja. Massar went to the circle for the Ravens. Irving wins it for the Huskies. Now it's Fontaine at the near side of the blue line. She goes to her D partner, Hobson. Hobson back to Fontaine, back to Hobson. They're playing pass now. Now Fontaine takes a shot, gets blocked by Massaro. Opportunity now, shot gets just wide. Skylar Irving puts it into the corner now. Goes back to Hobson at the blue line. Hobson to the middle, goes down low. Walking up and into the middle of the zone. A shot goes wide. It was Murphy who took it. Now it's Hobson on the far side wall. She curls up to the blue line, a captain on this Huskies roster. Hobson now on the near side. Shoots, stick save by Ostrander. Bounces below the goal line. Puck stays down there. Hobson regains it now at the near side hash marks. Goes down low. Irving walks below. Goes to Hobson at the point. Hobson holds. Goes to Fontaine. Fontaine, a tough angle shot. Gets saved away by Ostrander. Hobson keeps the blue line, though, for the Huskies. Now back to Fontaine on the near side. Fontaine walks down, tries to go back door, but Massaro, a good stick in the passing lane, breaks it up. Now it's Hobson at the point. Hobson down to Fontaine. Fontaine looks across the zone. A shot onto Ostrander. Bad save. Rebound. Ostrander with a beautiful save. She makes another one. Emmy Ostrander. I said she's one of the best to ever do it in a Ravens uniform. She shows it there. Not out of trouble there, though, as she has to make another save. And Emmy Ostrander, who we've seen break multiple program records and prove why she's the starting goalie, does it again there. It looked to be a wide open net for Skylar Fontaine, and instead Ostrander says no. Fontaine, a brother on the Northeastern men's hockey program. As meanwhile, Steph Cabin has possession in her own end. It gets taken away by a Husky below the goal line. Mia Brown now goes to the point. It's Megan Carter. Carter goes to the side for a winger and a goal. Katie Knoll finds a way to get it past Emmy Ostrander, and the 5-on-3 power play provides a 1-0 lead for the number 2 in the nation, Northeastern Huskies. The Ravens penalty kill looked strong. Emmy Ostrander looked strong, but a 5-on-3 penalty kill might be too much when you're facing one of the best offenses in the country. So Brooke Remington will exit the box. Katarina Deja stays put for another 25 seconds at least. As it's now 5-on-4, it'll be Reese Diener in the face-off circle for the Ravens. She's alongside Cassidy Jones. Diener wins the face-off. Cabin now retreats back to her own end. Cabin walks, puts it up the boards. Is taken by Megan Carter at the blue line. She goes to her D partner, Marone. Marone back to Carter. Now back to Carter at the top. Over to Marone. Marone can't corral the pass. First one on it was going to be Jones. Jones retreated off of it, though. Back to Marone at the blue line. She holds, walks, looks, goes to a teammate on the boards. They can't connect. It goes all the way down for Knoll, the lone goal scorer for the Huskies so far. Penalty is over. Back to even strength. Deja comes out of the box. Deja now on the puck for the Ravens. She's met there by Arard. Arard in the near side corner goes to the point. Opportunity here for the Huskies. Tough angle shot. Net comes off its moorings, but the puck comes out, so no whistle coming. The first one on it will be Marone for the Huskies. Jones with a forecheck as the rest of her line changes. Now an opportunity for the Huskies into the offensive zone. It's Maureen Murphy. Murphy takes a trip, laps the entire zone before giving it off to a teammate. Up to the blue line, it's Jovetic. Jovetic's shot gets blocked. In the area was Claire Casey for the Ravens. Now it's Ruiz. Ruiz trying to find a teammate, and Emily Privé. They can't connect. Huskies regain the Ravens' end of the ice. Holmes couldn't catch a pass. It came off the stick of her line mate, Katie Seepra. Now it's Seepra again with possession for the Huskies. Seepra throws it in front to Holmes. Holmes gets it batted away by Kiki Doucette. Jenna Ruiz in the near corner, the only one there to receive the puck for the Ravens. She stops, looks at her options, and goes back for Kiki Doucette. Meanwhile, though, Peyton Anderson with a strong forecheck. The junior from Arvada, Colorado. Similar hometown for Ravens fans. Shot onto Ostrander, gets blocked wide. It's Skylar Irving. She takes a trip, goes to the blue line for Lily Jovetic. Jovetic gets taken down. No call, though. Maddie Mills now below the goal line. She leaves it off for a teammate. It's Skylar Irving. Irving, a backhand blocker save. Rebound in front. Cleared away by Doucette. Up the blue line for Skylar Fontaine. Fontaine now at the circle. Her pass gets blocked by Ruiz. Doucette now gets a strip from her. Shot onto Ostrander. Gets blocked away and off the glass. Murphy down in the near side corner goes up to Fontaine. Fontaine looks at her options, walks the blue line, gets away from a defender, shoots, goes wide. It was Emily Privé with a strong defensive look for the Ravens. Now it's Hobson. Hobson walks, stops, goes back up to the middle of the blue line, now down low for a teammate. I believe that's Peyton Anderson. Actually, make it out of 21, Maureen Murphy. Murphy puts it in front, finds a teammate, shot blocked in the area for the Ravens. Blocking the shot was Faith Anthony. Still pressure, Murphy here. Gets taken down by Anthony. No call, though. Sindoris goes across the blue line. Now it's Hobson at the middle of the blue line after the D-to-D pass. She walks and throws it around the boards. And first one on it is Sindoris, the senior from Charleston, Massachusetts. Sindoris walks, slaps the zone, finds a teammate. That's Tessa Ward. Ward across, redirected in front. Goes wide of the net. Doucette the first one on it for the Ravens. She loses it as now Hobson has it at the blue line. Hobson, D-to-D pass, Fontaine. Fontaine's shot gets blocked in front into the near corner. Doucette on it again. She gets knocked down and a penalty coming. Northeastern's going to go to the box. Body checking the call. Kiki Doucette, she's not a big body. You can't go in there very aggressive on her. And Tessa Ward will take a seat. So the Ravens, who trail 1-0, will go to the power play just about halfway through this opening period. And we'll get to see the man advantage for the first time, really, without Bridget Prentice, who, of course, was drafted into the NWHL. The power play wizard for the Ravens. Rizzo loses the faceoff. Marone, the first one on it for Northeastern, and it gets cleared out all the way down the ice. Steph Cabin, the first one on it for the Ravens, but she's being pressured very hard by a Husky. So the Ravens have pressure on their breakout. Becca Niss on the far side will get the red line and dump it in. Frankel out of her net. She tries to play around, blocked by Niss. Niss below the goal line, loses it to Marone. It's Caitlin Brightbill. Up to Cabin. Cabin, a shot, gets saved by Frankel. Massar, the first one on it for the Ravens, but she loses it to Marone. Marone plays it across, and it gets cleared all the way down the ice by Chloe Arard. Halfway through the Ravens power play now. Steph Cabin leaves her own zone, goes to Niss on the far side. Niss gets stopped before she can enter the zone by Maureen Murphy, who dumps it down below Ostrander's goal line. And first one on it is Maddie Mills for the Huskies. Mills drops it off for Fontaine. Fontaine walks the goal line in front, and a goal. Beautiful goal for the Huskies. Fontaine walked the goal line and gave it off for Maddie Mills, who found a way to create separation in front. And the Huskies take a 2-0 lead. A power play goal on the 5-on-3 power play, then a shorthanded goal down a player. And they lead 2-0 here halfway through the opening period. A tough opponent here for the Ravens in their first exhibition preseason game. Of course, confirmed this week, they'll be taking on Team Bauer of professional women's hockey next weekend on the 2nd at Winchendon. Murphy now on the near side for Northeastern in her own zone. She plays it out of the zone, but it's taken away by Stevens. Stevens on side with Prive. Comes out. Prive has to regroup. She's held up by Murphy, but finds a way to get back to Remington. Over to Stevens. Stevens now back in their own zone. Remington retreats, pressured hard by Murphy. Her pass for Stevens is wide. Murphy picks up the possession for Northeastern. Goes back out for McGinnis, though. Lauren McGinnis, the grad student from St. Louis, Missouri, played with the Madison Capitals in the Tier 1 Blues program out there in St. Louis. Now it's Fontaine, back to McGinnis. She goes up to Holmes. Holmes first one on it. Remington meets her, gets forced all the way around to the far side corner in the Ravens' end. Taken away, though, by Jenna Ruiz. Ruiz up for Anthony. Make that Prive. Prive couldn't corral the pass. It gets sent all the way back down to the Ravens' end, and the first one on it is Brooke Remington. Remington looks to clear her own zone, starts skating. She goes up for Prive. Prive in her own end has to regroup after a bad pass. First one on it, though, for the Huskies is Emma Jarusik. Jarusik loses it. Prive again on the near side. She finally leaves the zone. Marissa Massaro, fresh legs on the ice for the Ravens on the forward check. Stretch pass for, I believe, on that far side was Jarusik. That is. Jarusik enters the zone. Met, though, by a couple of Ravens and played back into the Huskies end of the ice. It's Marone now. She goes to the middle of the ice. Her pass is not touched by anybody, and icing is waved off by the lead official. Kaylee McLaughlin, her first shift as a Raven. She pressures Jarusik. Murphy now. Murphy shoots. She scores from a tough angle. Emmy Ostrander was screened in front, and Murphy just picked a corner. So Maureen Murphy makes it 3-0 for the Huskies. Last year, Murphy, she had 16 games played, 7 goals, 11 assists for 18 points. A transfer from Providence College, Murphy. Total in her career, 100 games played. This is her 101st game played. 52 goals, 45 assists for 97 points. So just about a point per game player for these Huskies. Marissa Massaro wins the faceoff for the Ravens with a 3-0 deficit to face. Played deep by Ross, picked up by the Huskies, and they look to clear out of their own zone. Megan Carter takes a trip. She goes to Brown on the near side. Brown now into the offensive end. Goes below the goal line for Tessa Ward. Ward loses it to Ross. Good puck support, though, as she regains it. Up to the blue line and give it to Jillian Foote. Foote a pass for a D partner, and Megan Carter, the one-timer, wasn't connected on, and now here comes Lucy Hansen for the Ravens. Hansen dumps it in. Nice little pick and chip for the Ravens forward. She goes back up the boards. Knocked down in the area was McLaughlin. It gets regained, though, by Foote. Foote tries to clear the zone up to Tessa Ward. They do. Ravens regain possession. It's Gino Hendrickson. Hendrickson a shot onto Frankel. Goes just wide. Fresh on the ice for the Ravens. And first one on it was number 17, Cassidy Jones. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Played in deep as the rest of her team changes was Andrea Renner. Gets taken away by the Ravens. Renner a strong forecheck, though. Taken back by Steph Cabin, and now it's Katie Knoll. Knoll loses it to Niss. Niss, a junior, has the A. Now here's Gino Hendrickson. A 2-on-1 for the Ravens. Hendrickson blows a tire, goes below the goal line for Jones. Jones now in the near side corner, looks at her options, curls back below the goal line. She gets fired off the puck by Fontaine and is taken by Hobson. Hobson curls away from Niss, comes to the near side. Clears the zone. Her pass was knocked out of the air by Cassidy Jones before it gets played all the way deep, and Brooke Remington has to retreat for the Ravens. Jones now on the near side, regains some speed. She gains the offensive zone, puts it deep, but Hobson in the area prevents it. Hobson plays it up. Fagan in the area for the Ravens. Keeps the battle on the boards. Now it's Remington. Remington cuts towards the middle. Finds Fagan. Fagan the backhand blocker saved by Frankel. A good look for the Ravens. Their first in a little while. Peyton Anderson on the far side. She goes D to D with Fontaine. Fontaine now to Hobbs, the true defenseman. Hobbs up for Arard, who chips it, icing the call. She didn't quite have the red line, so it'll be an icing against the Huskies. They won't get to change. The Ravens will try and get some fresh legs on as they look to get at least one here in the opening period with 5:13 to go before the first intermission. Reese Diener to take the face-off for the Ravens. Michaela Kelly receives it off the face-off, but it's taken by Fontaine and played down for a teammate. It was for Hobson. Didn't quite get there. Now it's Arard on the boards. Goes to Knoll. Knoll gains the red line. Knoll into the offensive zone. Pass in front. Intended for Peyton Anderson. They couldn't connect. Kiki Doucette skates it out of her own zone, but Ross has to retreat and pick it back up after the turnover. Taken now by McGinnis. McGinnis, the defenseman, is offsides. She had a good look at Ostrander, who's given up 3 goals. Not of her own fault, though. She's played very well. We flash back to that unbelievable save she had on Fontaine on the 5-on-3 penalty kill. Right now, though, face-off just outside the Ravens' end. Massaro wins it. She's been excellent in the face-off circle for the Ravens today. Ravens wearing their road crimsons, crimson jerseys, crimson pants, and crimson socks. Bright Bill on the near side. Gives it over to McInnes. Now it's Holmes on the near boards. Throws it in on net onto Ostrander, who has no choice but to swallow it up and allow her team to reset on defense. Both teams dressing their entire rosters, or mostly the entire rosters. And the Huskies, that's 30 individuals on their bench on that far side of the ice. The Ravens, they've got a lot of individuals on their bench as well. Well over 25. Now it's McGinnis on the near boards. Her shot goes wide. It was going towards Skylar Irving on the side of the net. Irving got out of the way as it went back up the boards. Now it's below the goal line and played up to McGinnis on the near blue line. McGinnis loses it. Pairing it was Brightbill. Gets picked up by Jovetic. Jovetic plays it up, taken by a Raven and cleared all the way in. It was Julia Stevens in the area. Murphy now breaks out. She goes to Irving. Irving now with an opportunity. Deja falls down. Irving onto Ostrander. Good save by the Ravens senior netminder. Massaro looks to clear the zone. She can't. Niss, good puck support though. Regains possession for the Ravens. Actually make that Ava Keeson. Keeson throws it all the way down the ice. No icing the call. She didn't quite have the blue line though. His first one on it to clear it out is Abby Marone. She loses it. Now it's Jenna Ruiz. Ruiz curls, looks. Now at the blue line, throws it down below the goal line. First one on it was a Husky. They leave it off, though, for their D partner and Megan Carter. It's Abby Marone now with time and space in the neutral zone. Gains the blue line, curls back up. Goes down low for Sindoris. Sindoris' shot gets saved. That's a Ward on the rebound below the goal line. Net comes off. Whistles coming afterwards, and a good opportunity for the Huskies. Ostrander was the first one at the post, knocking it off, and we'll get a face-off in the Ravens' end just to her right side. It hasn't quite been all Husky puck so far. Ravens have had some opportunities, more in the beginning of the game than now, as they win the face-off in their own end and look to clear the zone. Played all the way up by Prive and taken away by Hobson. Hobson goes to her D partner, Skylar Fontaine. Fontaine, a pass intended for Sindoris. Doesn't get there, but Tessa Ward there. Now it's Sindoris in the offensive zone. She goes below the goal line for a Ward. Ward behind the net, pressured by Anthony. She leaves the corner, gives it off for Fontaine, who's now below the goal line. Fontaine, the defenseman, has it deep. Crisscrosses with Hobson, who takes a trip down the boards. Back up to Fontaine, the blue line. Fontaine, a pass to the middle. Shot on net. Goes just wide. It got redirected in front by Sindoris. Now Sindoris has it in the corner. She goes back down below the goal line for Tessa Ward. Good cycle play here from the Huskies. Below the goal line is Mia Brown. Brown loses it. Hobson on the boards, down below the goal line. And they really play a 5 up, 5 back kind of style of play, these Huskies. Their defensemen not afraid to join the play below the goal line. Now it's Anderson. Anderson takes a trip around the zone. Now below the goal line. She gets bodied off the puck by Jenna Ruiz. Ruiz plays it, gets taken away by Holmes. Holmes, a pass down low. Anderson, pass in front. Shot saved by Ostrander. She can't find it. Now it's Fontaine on the near side of the net. Fontaine up the blue line, walks to the middle. Fontaine keeps it. Looks at her options. Now on the far side. Pass in front. Save made by Ostrander. Anderson with a one-timer. Met by Ostrander's pad. Now a breakaway here for the Ravens. Good opportunity, but running out of gas and not able to take a shot was Claire Casey, who's taking her place on the top line for the Ravens. McGinnis' shot goes just off the glass. Now as we make our way to the minute mark here in the opening period, Casey plays it forward. Not far enough, though, taken away by the Huskies and played with a high stick, so face-off will go all the way down the ice with 55 seconds remaining in the period. The Ravens get an opportunity to strike one before the first break. Gino Hendrickson to take the face-off for the Ravens. It's Katie Knoll, the top-line center for the Huskies. Hendrickson wins it for a second, but is taken away by the Huskies and skated out of the zone by Chloe Arard. Arard into the offensive end, finds Knoll. Knoll in front, throws it towards the net. Saved away by Ostrander. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Cabin, the first one on it below Ostrander's net. Gives it off to her deep partner, and Julia Stevens. Stevens plays it up for Jones. Jones loses it to Arard. Now in the near corner, it's Knoll. Knoll pressured by Stevens. In the area to support was Hendrickson. Now it's Arard below the goal line in the corner. Pressured hard by the defenseman. She falls over. No call coming. Stevens on it now with 15 seconds remaining in the period. First one on it is McGinnis at the blue line. She holds it. Jones on it to keep it on the boards with 10 seconds. Jones picks up the puck. Now numbers. Here comes Niss and Jones to the Ravens. 2-on-1, but getting knocked off the puck and drawing a penalty was Niss. And it's going to be Lily Avedich who goes for a body check with 1.8 seconds remaining in the period. The Ravens curious to see what they're going to do. I think he told Merce Massaro, that's head coach Dave Stockdale, by the way, who told Massaro, push it forward. So Massaro's going to push every single one of her teammates onto the inside hash mark. She's a lefty on the near circle, so she's got a good opportunity towards the net. Tries to push it forward. She can't. She gets tied up and knocked down, and that's how we end the first period. A trio of goals for the Huskies, make it a 3-0 game here in this non-conference exhibition match between the two teams. And we'll have a 15-minute break before we come back. The Ravens will be on the power play when we come back for the second on this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. Welcome into this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics and this game between the Ravens women's hockey team and the Northeastern University Huskies. Northeastern leads the Ravens 3-0, but Franklin Pierce will be on the power play for 1 minute 59 seconds to start the second period. It was not a lopsided first period despite the line score. The Ravens came out firing, got a couple of good opportunities, and just bounty trouble is really how the Huskies took the lead. The first was a 5-on-3 power play goal for Megan Carter. Carter, she got the puck in front from Chloe Arard and Abby Marone, and she'll make no mistake about it. The junior defenseman from Milton, Ontario, has 25 total points in 63 career games, 7 goals from those 25. She was also named to the NCAA Elite 90 Academic Award. With the championship last year, the NCAA likes to acknowledge the academic achievements of its student athletes, and Megan Carter is one of those. They also scored a short-handed goal. Maddie Mills found the back of the net off an assist from Skylar Fontaine. Mills, 56 goals in 102 career games to go along with 57 career assists. She's got 113 points, so well over a point per game. She was formerly an Ivy League Rookie of the Year back in 2018, back when she played for Cornell University, and then it was a 3-0 game just 2 minutes later as Maureen Murphy found the back of the net. She was found by Abby Marone for her second assist of the afternoon. Maureen Murphy, 52 goals in 100 career games. She transferred from Providence and is also a U18 world champion with the United States. So we're ready to go here for period number 2. Ravens on the power play. Jenna Ruiz wins the face-off for the Ravens. The Ravens going left to right across your radio as they now hold possession below their own goal line. It's played now for Emily Privé. Privé gains speed, clears her own zone, takes the red line and dumps it deep. Doesn't get too far. His first one on it is Murphy for the Husky. Plays it around the boards, and Brooke Remington there to keep it in. She can't, though, so Julia Stevens has to get back to retrieve it. First one on it, though, is Andrea Renner for the Huskies. Renner plays it in deep. Now it's Katie Knoll. Knoll bodied off the puck by Remington. Now it's Stevens. Stevens to Privé, and the Ravens set up in their power play breakout with 1:10 to go in the man advantage. Marone, the first one on it for Northeastern. She gives it off to a teammate who clears it all the way down the ice. Stevens jumped but couldn't get a hand on it. Looks at her options. Stevens below the Ravens net. Clears now to Remington. Remington gains the red line, takes a trip to the offensive end. She gets stopped by Murphy, and now here comes an opportunity for Maddie Mills, a breakaway on Ostrander. Mills, the fake shot, backhand, goes just wide. I mean, Ostrander gave her nothing. McInnes now at the blue line, walks, shot goes wide. Rebound in front, gets cleared away by Remington. Brooke Remington tries to clear the zone. She can. Murphy works on her as she regains possession, goes to McInnes, and with 28 seconds remaining on the Ravens power play, they'll play keep away in their own end. Now it's Foote. Foote just clears it down deep. It might have been a pass intended for Anderson, but she wasn't in the area. Remington now loses it to Anderson. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Now it's Ava Keeson. Keeson on the boards, dumps it, and it's regained in possession by a Husky. Ostrander plays the dump in. Gives it off for Steph Cabin. Cabin gives it away to Anderson below the goal line. Anderson worked on by Doucette, who pushes it up the boards. Massaro bodied, no call. Instead, Brightbill on the far side boards, loses it to a Husky. It's Sipra in the area. Sipra in front. Couldn't find an intended receiver for the pass. Now on the blue line. And back down to Sipra. Now Holmes. Holmes in the shot. Slot takes a shot. Gets blockered away by Ostrander. Doucette plays it up to the blue line and regained by a Husky, Brooke Tucker. Tucker plays it down deep for Anderson. Anderson keeps it in the corner. Works on Massaro. Anderson clears it. Holmes and Brightbill battle for it now in the corner. Back up to Anderson on the far side. Hash marks. Anderson up to Tucker at the blue line. Tucker back down to Anderson at the hash marks. Anderson walks, tries to find Holmes. Holmes in front, can't corral the pass. It goes to the near side corner. Holmes up to the blue line. Gets sent back down to Cipra. Cipra over to Anderson in the far side corner. Anderson walks out. Now at the hash marks. Gets poked away by Doucette. Anderson to the slot. Anderson's shot gets blocked by Massaro with just about 3.5 minutes gone here in the second period. Huskies still lead the Ravens 3-0. Ezra Janello on the call with you today. Ravens going back to the penalty box as soon as they regain possession. They will here. First one on is Steph Cabin. It's going to be someone for a cross-check on the Ravens bench. It's Marissa Massaro. Massaro is the all-time penalty minute leader for the Ravens. No stranger to the penalty box. It's rumored that she's got a nameplate in the box back at Winchendon back home. But here she's going to sit for 2 for cross-checking as Northeastern, who's scored a power play goal already tonight, will get back on the man advantage. Skylar Irving in the face-off circle for the Huskies. Maureen Murphy alongside her and Maddie Mills. Mills now in the far corner. Walks up the boards. Gives it off to the defenseman. Played down low for Irving. The defenseman Jillian Foote. Now it's up to Jovetic. Jovetic off to Murphy. Murphy's shot gets saved and put wide. Mills gets knocked down. Now it's Irving. Irving to Murphy. Murphy to Jovetic. Jovetic in the middle of the blue line. Looks at her options. Walks. Goes down to Foote. Back to Jovetic. Jovetic to Murphy. Murphy at the top of the circle. Across. Shot. Foote saved away. No rebound in front. Ostrander held it with a minute 21 remaining on the Husky power play. The Ravens will switch their penalty killers. It'll be Jenna Ruiz with Becca Niss up front. Julia Stevens and Brooke Remington on the back end. Northeastern will execute a line change as well. On the back end, Megan Carter. She's alongside Mia Brown. On the back end, now it's Carter. Carter gives it off. Make that Abby Marone. Marone puts it wide. She has 2 assists today. Now it's Katie Knoll. Knoll gets interfered with, and the Ravens will have to defend. Another 5-on-3 is called for a slash. Was Julia Stevens. So with a minute 6 remaining on the original cross-checking penalty to Massaro, Julia Stevens will take a seat thanks to a slash. So the Ravens 5-on-3 for at most a minute 6. Unless the Huskies score again here. Katie Knoll in the face-off circle. She wins it. Goes back down to Megan Carter. Carter switches with Marone. Over to Marone. One-timer goes just wide. Rebound comes all the way back to the blue line to Carter. Carter holds it. Walks the blue line to the middle now. Goes down low for a teammate. Now back to Marone. Marone, another shot goes wide. Rebound back up to Carter. Now on the near side of the blue line. Carter over Marone on the far side. They flip-flop. Marone to Carter. Carter to Marone. Marone's shot gets blocked by Ruiz. And this is the first one on it for the Ravens, and she'll try to clear it. She can't. Good keep at the blue line by Carter, but Jenna Ruiz there to poke it out. It'll be Marone. Kiki Doucette on the ice for Ness. Now 3 defensemen on the ice for the Ravens. Doucette, though, a half forward. She played forward during her freshman year. Puck in front, loose. Cleared away by Brooke Remington, and all the way down the ice, Jovetic, fresh legs for the Huskies, will be the first one back as they execute a full line change. The Ravens do the same. Jovetic circles around her own net. 7 seconds remaining on the Massaro penalty. We'll get to 5-on-4 in just a second now as breaking into the offensive end is Murphy. Murphy into the slot. Murphy keeps it. Murphy shoots. Saved by Ostrander. No rebound. And the Ravens back to 5-on-4. They still have to kill 50 seconds of the slashing penalty to Julia Stevens. But they get out of the 5-on-3 almost unscathed. Emmy Ostrander, 20 shots against in that first period. Only 3 shots on net for the Ravens during that first period. Doucette off the boards, tries to clear it. She can't. Held in at the line by Foote. Shot by Irving gets saved and into the netting. Take 10 seconds off that clock for the penalty kill. And I think we're going to see a goalie change very soon here for the Huskies. I know we're expecting to see one about halfway through the period here for the Ravens. Foucher will come in for them. First, though, Massaro loses the faceoff. It's on the far side with Foote. Left off by Mills. Now it's Jovetic at the blue line. Jovetic, middle of the blue line, goes to Murphy on the near side. Murphy at the top of the circle. Back to Jovetic. Jovetic in the middle. walks back to Murphy. Murphy throws it in front, tried finding Maddie Mills. They couldn't connect. Now it's Foot in the far corner, back to Yevedic, middle of the blue line. Yevedic looks, shot, gets blocked in front by her own teammate, Irving, and dumped out and not out of the zone, but cleared away by Bethany Ross. Now on the far side is Foot. Foot at the dot. Shot gets blocked, goes wide. Maddie Mills now below the goal line. 2 seconds remaining on the power play, so the Ravens get out of it. Maddie Mills takes a trip, gives it off to Yevedic. Yevedic is shot from the middle of the blue line. Murphy tried to redirect it, but she wasn't able to, and the Ravens cleared the zone. Icing should be coming, and it is. Massaro was winning the race. She would have won the race, but icing the call anyway. With 13:26 remaining here in the second period, the Huskies still lead the Ravens 3-0. The Ravens' penalty trouble has prevented them from being able to get a lot of opportunities here in the middle stanza. As we'll see, the Ravens go with the fourth line, Michaela Kelly, Reese Diener, and Bridget Fagan. Kelly now on the near boards. She loses it. Shot by Guarino at the blue line, goes wide. Below the goal line, it's Bridget Fagan now at the hash mark. She goes back down low for Bethany Ross. Ross for the Ravens, looks to clear the zone. She can. Instead, is taken away by a forechecker. Opportunity for Griffin. And the Huskies taken away back by Stevens, fresh out of the penalty box. Stevens takes a trip. Slap shot from the neutral zone, gets blocked down. Ravens execute a change. And Michaela Kelly now enters the offensive zone, makes a move around McGinnis. Kelly now by herself, throws it towards the net. First one on it for the Ravens in the area is Kaylee McLaughlin. McLaughlin at the top of the blue line, goes down low, trying to find Kelly. They can't connect. Michaela Kelly works to keep it in the zone alongside McLaughlin, the Ravens defender. I believe that's Bethany Ross. They can't keep the blue line, but Brooke Remington, the only one back to receive it for the Ravens. She takes a trip now through the neutral zone, gets interfered with by Fitzgerald, loses possession, who now has the puck. Fitzgerald in her own end leaves the zone, gains the red line, dumps it all the way in. Brooke Remington trying to win the race, she won't. First one on it is Chloe Arard for the Huskies. Arard loses it to Remington. Up the boards for Fagan, pass doesn't connect. Now an opportunity for the Huskies, backhand shot, rebound is swallowed up. Shot came off the stick of Katie Knoll. And Emmy Ostrander's looked good here in the second period. We spoke about Michaela Kelly a little bit that shift. Let's tell you about her. 2016 through 2021, Eastview High and Minnesota high school hockey. She had 48 goals, 58 assists for 106 points in 120 high school hockey games as puck gets kept in the zone and now cleared away. Here comes Ava Keeson. Keeson with an opportunity but blocked away by Tucker. Frankel out of her net to play the puck. She hasn't seen much action so far today. Shot by Doucette. Hard one gets blocked down by the, I believe, center for the Huskies. Make that a defenseman, Megan Carter. Carter now below her own goal line. Gives it off to a D partner, Brooke Tucker. Now into the offensive end is Katie Knoll. Knoll cuts towards Ostrander and puts it wide. Now below the goal line is Arard. Arard cuts towards the goal line in front, trying to find a teammate. They can't. Shot from the blue line goes just wide. Came off the stick of Victoria Mariano. Below the goal line is Gino Hendrickson. Hendrickson's pass gets picked off by Murphy. Murphy now at the goal line. Murphy below the net. Continues walking now to Marone at the top of the circle. Marone plays it down to Irving. Irving met by Katarina Deja. Deja clears it out. No icing. Ravens execute the long line change here in the second period. Despite the benches being on the opposite sides of the ice, there is still a long change here at Matthews Arena. Now Murphy. Murphy's shot goes off the glass. Rebound in the corner. Gets picked up by a Husky. It's Peyton Culleton, the extra forward, goes up to McGinnis. Now it's Murphy at the blue line. Murphy pressured by Prive. Goes down for Irving. Irving on the boards. Cuts back up and goes down low for Culleton. Culleton's pass in front, intended for Cipra. Got there eventually, but Bethany Ross able to shut it down. Deja now with possession for the Ravens in their own end. Tries to go up for Nis. They can't connect. Irving takes it away. Gets taken down. Now Nis regains possession on the near side. Taken by Prive, who blows a tire. Gets back up and goes back to her defenseman, Deja. Ross up for a teammate. And offsides the call. It was Jenna Ruiz on that far side. Semi Ostrander will exit the game. She looked good, 3 goals against, but coming in is Suzette Foucher. She has a 1-0 career record. In 1 career start last year, the Ravens played 2 out-of-conference, non-conference games against Becker, who are no longer a program. Shot blocked by Massaro, so Suzette will have to wait to face her first one. Possessed by Seepra. Seepra gives it off to Anderson. Anderson pass in front, saved by Foucher, so she makes her first save of the afternoon with 9:26 remaining in the second period. Suzette Foucher, a Madison, Wisconsin native. A lot of Midwesterners here on this Raven roster. Face-off won by the Huskies. Shot gets redirected in front, but blocked. Anderson tried redirecting it, but goes off of her own shin. Keeping it in the zone for the Huskies was Megan Carter. Now it's Holmes in the neutral zone as the puck found its way out. It's Foot. Foot back to Holmes, cutting in the middle of the neutral zone. Now she has it below the Ravens' goal line. Anderson below the net. Now on the far side up by the hash mark. She goes back down low for a teammate. In the area was Griffin. Griffin now in the corner, works with Holmes. Holmes pushes it up the boards. Now at the blue line with Megan Carter. Carter's shot gets blocked. Carter again with possession in the neutral zone. Now she dumps it in. Her teams execute a change. Griffin on it for the Huskies, but played around. And for Claire Casey for the Ravens. Ravens clear the zone. Whistle coming. That came off. So I believe the face-off will come into the Ravens' end. It will not. It'll be in the neutral zone just outside of their own end. In the face-off circle is Michaela Kelly for the Ravens. Kelly loses it. Won by the Huskies. Jovetic now gains speed, stops in the neutral zone, and goes to the far side for Griffin. Griffin dumps it all the way in. Fitzgerald on it for the Huskies. She's pressured by Remington, who now has possession. Remington's pass gets knocked down by a Husky. That's number 5 here. Michaela Sindoris. Michaela Kelly regains it for the Ravens. She gains the offensive end. Makes a move to the middle, puts a shot on net, gets blocked. Frankel has yet to face a shot this second period. Remington now, her shot goes wide. First one on it is Griffin. She plays it up, taken away by Steph Caben, who plays it down below the goal line. Lucy Hansen for the Ravens, tries to play to the corner. She does. Now back up to Remington. Remington at the blue line, walks, shoots, gets blocked in front off of her own teammate. And clearing the zone is Sindoris and the Hawks. Kelly regains it for the Ravens. Her pass for Remington is off target, so Remington has to go back to her own corner to regain it. Play it all the way down the ice. No icing the call from the back official. Tucker, the first one on it for the Huskies. Ravens execute a change. Almost a completely line change. Katarina Deja on the ice. Stops the Huskies' offensive opportunity. Now here comes Ava Keeson. Keeson with speed. Keeson backhands it. Gloved away by Frankel to get a whistle. Well, I picked up my notes to say that Gino Hendrickson was 1-1 in the face-off circle that first period, but so much had happened that we didn't really need it. Ravens will get a face-off in the offensive zone. It'll be Gino Hendrickson. Hendrickson loses it. Taken by Tucker, played up the far side, and cleared out of the zone by Chloe Arard. Arard now down to the hash marks on the far side of the ice. Gives it off for a teammate, Tucker. Tucker's shot goes wide. Now it's at the near side of the blue line, Victoria Mariano. Mariano plays it deep. Ross on it for the Ravens. She tries to find Keeson. They can't. Now it's Arard to one knee. Arard's pass to Jursic. Saved by Foucher. Back up to Tucker at the blue line. She can't keep it in. Now Cassie Jones with showing some jets. Looking to win the race. Tucker, though, first one on it for the Huskies. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Ezra Janello on the call with you of this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. Chloe Gerard below her own net. Ravens with some offensive pressure. Jenna Ruiz pressuring her. Tucker now below her own goal line still. She plays it up to Jerusik. Jerusik can't get very far. Now it's Nis in the neutral zone. Nis loses it to Tucker. Now it's Maddie Mills. Mills with an opportunity. Shot save by Suzette Foucher. Mills got a nice bounce coming from the bench. A girl getting off the ice, getting onto the bench. Kind of ricocheted off her stick and onto Mills' stick. Mills with a good opportunity. And you see Julia Stevens talking with the linesman. You've got to imagine asking, where's that too many players on the ice call? Other way, Jenna Ruiz on the far side, face-off circle, loses it to Irving. Make that a face-off win. Irving looked like she pushed it forward. The Ravens regained possession right away. Now it's Becca Nis. Nis can't get it out. Ruiz gets it out, but quickly taken away by McGinnis. McGinnis goes D to Abby Marone in the neutral zone. Back to McGinnis, and now it's Mills. Maddie Mills, far side. Murphy shoots, bar down, she scores. Murphy makes it 4-0 for the Huskies. Picks up her second goal of the afternoon, and Maddie Mills, a nice pass across the slot. Murphy, perfect right-hand shot on the right-hand side of the ice. At a good angle, and put it over the glove side of Suzette Foucher. And the Huskies lead this one 4-0. The Ravens earlier this week came in third in the coaches preseason poll in the NEWHA, behind Long Island University and Sacred Heart. LIU defending champs after their inaugural season 2 years ago in 2019-20. Now it's Claire Casey. Casey gets tripped up. The Ravens will go to the power play, make that Caitlin Brightbill. We saw the one, not the two. So Brightbill gets tripped up. The Ravens go to the power play with 4:58 remaining here in the second period and an opportunity to get it back to within 3. Megan Carter, the guilty party, the junior from Milton, Ontario, will take a seat. The Ravens Brightbill, of course, she had a power play goal at St. Anselm 2 years ago, where she just snuck her way in front and redirected a pass from the boards. She has possession in the far corner, goes down low to Keeson. Keeson now back to Brightbill. Brightbill to Steph Cabin at the top. Cabin across to Nis. Nis at the near side blue line. Down for Keeson. They can't connect. Nis regains possession though. Looks to keep it in. Her and Keeson do. Now it's Brightbill. Brightbill, a pass down low. Massaro. Massaro shoots, goes across the face of the cage. It's Steph Cabin. Now to Nis at the near side of the blue line. Over to Keeson. Keeson, a shot, gets blocked down. Now it's Nis. Nis can't get a shot off. Keeson puts it towards the net. Rebound is swallowed up. Net comes off. And they're going to blow it dead. And face-off should stay just, inside the Northeastern zone. The Ravens with their first dangerous opportunity of the period. Massaro was there to bang it home, but she couldn't. They don't execute a line change in either team. So Marissa Massaro in the face-off circle for the Ravens. She loses it. First one on is Marone for the Huskies. She sends it across, but Brightbill there for the Ravens. Brightbill now to Cabin at the top of the blue line. Her pass gets knocked down, and now here comes an opportunity for Katie Knoll. Shut down by Cabin. Huskies now on the far side. Jovetic. Shot onto Foucher. Foucher swallows it and holds it, so the Ravens will have to win a face-off and clear it quickly with now 54 seconds remaining on the power play. Jovetic followed her rebound. Didn't give Foucher a chance to put it down. Jenna Ruiz, we mentioned pregame. She's very skilled offensively. We'll get an opportunity here on the power play. She wins the face-off to Remington. Remington curls back up the boards, met by Murphy, and goes back down low for Stevens. The problem the Ravens have had so far today on the power play is the breakout. Once they get in the zone, they've looked pretty good. Remington now to Privé, the pass off target, picked up and taken in the offensive end by Foote. Foote gives it off to Mills. Mills swallowed up by Ruiz. Ruiz gives it to Privé. Privé enters the offensive zone, throws it towards the net. Gets knocked down before it can reach there, and now Jevedic for Northeastern will dump it all the way down the ice off a player on the bench, so face-off should come all the way back down to the Huskies end of the ice. 13 seconds remaining on the power play for the Ravens. Megan Carter in the box for a tripping right now. Jenna Ruiz in the face-off circle for the Ravens. Ruiz wins it back. Brooke Remington now at the blue line. Her shot goes in the net. Brooke Remington makes it 4-1 Ravens, a power play goal. Her first career goal in her third career game. And Brooke Remington, it won't count towards the stats. It's only an exhibition match, but Brooke Remington on the power play just threw it towards the net and found the back of it against the reigning Patty Kaz award-winning Frankel. 8 seconds remaining on the power play with a goal from number 8 off the face-off win by Ruiz. So the Ravens get one. Now here comes Anderson. A little bit of life now for the Ravens on their bench. Shot onto Foucher, gets saved. Couldn't keep it in her glove though. Played down for Anderson. Anderson being worked on by Gino Hendrickson. Hendrickson regains possession, gives it off to Deja. Deja curls back around into her own end. Now it's Faith Anthony, her D partner at the hash marks. Anthony clears it out. Collision in neutral zone, but regaining possession is Carter. Carter leading the rush. The defenseman now pass in front, saved by Foucher. Shot came from Holmes, who received a good pass in the slot. Took a one-timer right away onto Foucher, but Suzette stands strong. 2:25 remaining here in the second. The Ravens get on the board. It's a 4-1 game. Power play goal for Brooke Remington. She was scoreless in the last 2 games last year. Gets one tonight. On it for the Ravens, and playing it around was Julia Stevens. Stevens to Doucette. Make that Fagan. Now for the Ravens. And the offensive end is number 25, a freshman, Kaylee McLaughlin. She's alongside Michaela Kelly and Bridget Fagan. Now Kelly below the goal line in front for McLaughlin. She couldn't pull the trigger. Now the Huskies a 3-on-2. Fagan back checking. Good opportunity here. McGinnis at the blue line. Goes across to her D partner. Back to McGinnis. McGinnis the shot swallowed up by Suzette. And we'll get a face-off with 1:42 remaining here in the second. Ezra Janello on the call with you on this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. The Ravens pick one up. Massaro in the face-off circle for the Ravens. Irving for the Huskies. Massaro wins it. Brooke Remington now. Below the goal line. Leaves it off for Massaro. Massaro goes across for Steph Cabin. Cabin out the hash marks. Clears it out of the zone. Knocked out of the air and kept in the zone by Huskies defenseman Victoria Mariano. Now an opportunity for Brightbill and the Ravens. Brightbill on the far side. Curls back up the boards. Throws it below the goal line for Massaro. Massaro gets bodied on the boards. Irving in the area. Carter there with her. Massaro bodied up. Now it's Cabin in the neutral zone. Dumps it all the way in. Icing the call and waved down by the head official. Mariano on it. Marissa Massaro putting pressure on Mariano and forces a defensive zone face-off for the Huskies. Brightbill and her number's sake on the Huskies roster, Maureen Murphy, getting into a little bit of a chat in front of Frankel. So it'll be Massaro in the face-off circle and Irving again. Massaro wins it. Brightbill on the far side, down in the corner now. Holds it. She gets pinned on the boards by Mariano. Mariano leaves it off for Irving. Irving's breakout pass goes off the stick of Mills and back into their own end. Now it's Brightbill. Brightbill in front. Massaro can't pull the trigger. Less than a minute to go now in the period, and now here comes an opportunity for Mills. Mills with speed. Gets around the defender and Cabin. Now in the corner, Brooke Remington tries to clear it. She gets interfered with, goes down. No penalty coming as Remington looks to pull down Mills with her. Foot now in the offensive end on the near side corner. 24 seconds remaining here in the second period. Remington closes her off below the goal line. Now it's Cabin. Cabin working on a Husky. Good puck support by the Ravens, though. Now Claire Casey drops down, throws it back below the goal line with 10 seconds remaining. The Ravens got to just swallow it up, put it on the board. 7 seconds. Huskies regain possession. And Arard holds it, goes to blue line, goes across. Shot from Carter won't beat the timer, the buzzer. And the Ravens get one. They give one up, but they get one. And that's more important here in this second period. The Ravens, who came in with no business, score a goal against the number 2 in the nation, Northeastern Huskies. We're going to the third when we come back on this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. Welcome back to this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. Cesar Ginello on the call with you today as we head to the third period in this matchup between your Franklin Pierce Ravens and the Northeastern Huskies right here at the historic Matthews Arena, the original home of the Boston Bruins, now the home to Northeastern men's and women's ice hockey and men's basketball. As we head to the third period, it's Huskies 4, Ravens 1, but more importantly, Brooke Remington, her first career goal right here in this exhibition game. Late in the period, 16:53-minute mark, assisted by Jenna Ruiz and Marissa Massaro, a power play marker with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Ruiz won the face-off. Rizzo had possession on the boards. She goes to the point to Remington, who found the back of the net. She threw it towards the net and saw what happens. We say that a lot right here on these broadcasts. And what happened is she scored a goal. So it's 4-1 Ravens. We also saw some of Suzette Foucher during the second half of that period, and she looked good, making all the saves but one that she had to make. And we, of course, saw Emmy Ostrander in that first half of the period. And Emmy, we said pregame, one of the best to ever do it in a Ravens uniform, and she proved that despite the 3 goals. But the Ravens, they trailed in shots 33-8 entering this third period. And we spoke to Brooke during the intermission. If you go check out our Instagram page, Ravens Women's Ice Hockey. And she said, you know, we have to pick up the pace. We have to keep going, play the body, stay physical. She said the transition to this D1, this true D1 hockey that she's making here today, despite being a sophomore, she only played 2 Division III games last year. It's a fast game, and they got to keep that pace up, and that's exactly what we want to see coming from Coach Stockdale's team as they look to get back. It doesn't count in the standings. The goals don't matter. The goals against don't matter, but you'd never want to lose as the Ravens are ready to go here. Irving in the face-off circle for the Huskies. She loses it to Ruiz, who's been lights out in the face-off circle. Ruiz alongside Cassidy Jones, and I believe Gino Hendrickson make it Kaylee McLaughlin to start the period for the Ravens. Irving now in the far corner, now going left to right across your radio. Irving now in the near corner, has possession, pressured by Cabin, walks to the far corner, up the zone, now to Marone on the blue line. Marone, a shot, gets blocked in front by Ruiz. Ruiz looks to clear the zone. She does. She goes to Cassidy Jones. Jones now at the offensive end. She gets it shut down by Murphy. Murphy works for it. Jones keeps it, though. Now it's Ruiz. Ruiz gets knocked down along with Jones, and we'll get our first penalty of the third period. It'll be Irving going to the box for holding. Skylar Irving, a freshman. She's been very good today. A alum of Tabor Academy, also a national champion with the Breakers back in 2017. She was a 3-sport athlete in high school, playing, of course, hockey, lacrosse, and field hockey. Ravens back on the power play thanks to a holding penalty from Irving. McGinnis now clears it for the Huskies and pushed all the way down the ice by Arard. Steph Cabin looks to win the race for the Ravens. Arard pressuring her. Now in the far corner of the Ravens end, now below the goal line, it's Caitlin Brightbill. Brightbill leaves the security of her own end. Goes to the far side, now in the zone at the hash marks for Massaro. Massaro leaves it for Brightbill. Brightbill in the corner, down low for Massaro. Massaro in Gretzky's office, over to Brightbill, who blows a tire. Now it's Nis. Nis can't keep it in the blue line and has to retreat to the red line, dumps it all the way back in. Delayed off sides and cleared all the way down the ice. Back to behind Suzette Foucher. Brooke Remington, the Ravens' lone goal scorer on the afternoon, on the ice for the Ravens on the power play. She stands behind her own cage. Looks at her options. Now she leaves, picks up speed, breaking out of her defensive zone up the middle of the ice. Now she goes to the far side in the offensive end, throws it all the way down deep. Nis and Brightbill curl to change. Now Keeson shoots, gets saved away by Frankel. Shot from Remington gets blocked in front. Now it's Claire Casey on the near sideboards. Up to Privé. Privé across for Remington. Remington, the shot gets blocked away and saved. And actually we have a new netminder. It's Alexa Matsis in net for Northeastern. So the defending Patty Kaz Award winner is no longer in the net. Katzis takes her spot. Huskies clear the zone. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Remington had it for a second. Now it's Arard, poked away by Prive. Played deep by Casey and regained by McGinnis. McGinnis goes to Yvetich, back to McGinnis. So they try to ice out the rest of this man advantage for the Ravens. Offsides the call. Arard beat the puck into the Ravens zone, and we'll have to restart. A little bit about Alexa Matsis, a native of Boxford, Massachusetts. She went to high school at Phillips Academy. Last year, she didn't get any playing time. Only one game played back in 2019-2020. She won it in 7 minutes and 13 seconds worth of work. She made 3 saves. Didn't give up any goals. Penalty expires. Ravens look to clear their own zone. Jenna Ruiz with possession for the Ravens. She gets it poked away from her by Mariano. Mariano now into the offensive end for the Huskies. Throws it far side. Faith Anthony on it for the Ravens. She won't win the race, though, as beating her to the puck was Jillian Foote. Foote plays it below the goal line. Now it's Anthony in the corner. She goes up to Claire Casey. Back to Anthony. Now Anthony clears the defensive end. The Pittsburgh Penguins alum. Throws it all the way down. Matsis behind her cage to stop it. Ruiz on it for the Ravens. She gets bodied off of it by Foote and goes to Mariano. Mariano's pass gets picked off. Brightbill is shot. Blockered away. Rebound in front. Now to the point. Deja shoots. Blocked in front by Brightbill. Anderson picks it up for the Huskies. Goes below the goal line for Mariano. Claire Casey on it for the Ravens. She can't win the race, and it gets poked up the boards and cleared out of the zone. Now the Huskies look to threaten. Holmes now with possession for them. Holmes clears it into the Ravens end. Katarina Deja on it for the Ravens. She won't win the race. But in the area and picking up possession for the Ravens is Gino Hendrickson. She goes up for Ava Keeson. Keeson working 1-on-2. Stops. Goes across the blue line for Brightbill. Brightbill stick handles. Loses possession. Now here comes an opportunity for the Huskies. It's Michaela Sindoris. Sindoris shoots. Goes wide on the far side. Now in the corner. The first one on it is a Husky. Gets played up the blue line and shot gets blocked. Steph Cabin for the Ravens looks to clear her own zone. Cabin met by Yvetich. Yvetich into the offensive end of the ice. Dumps. First one on it is Ross. Ross curls back, pressured in her own corner. Loses possession. Annie Fitzgerald on the scene for the Huskies. Now it's Murphy on the far side to Yvetich at the blue line. Yvetich stops, goes back, and throws it into the near corner. Ross picks it up. Ross keeps possession. Finally, she loses it, though. Murphy now in the corner. Murphy curls. Murphy in the slot. She gets taken down. Puck gets swallowed up by Foucher, and the Ravens will go to the penalty box, tripping the call. I believe it's Emily Prive. I texted Katarina Deja during the preseason. I said, hey, how do you pronounce your name? Because it's a really good question. And I said, Katarina. I got that one right. Deja, I thought it was Dagia, but she corrected me. Prive. Emily Prive is someone I got a text because I'm not sure that Prive is the correct pronunciation. Either way, she's sitting alone in the penalty box. The Ravens back on the penalty kill. Massaro wins the faceoff. Brooke Remington with possession in the far corner. She's pressured by Murphy and Irving. She'll hold it for as long as possible. Joining the part in the corner is Maddie Mills. Remington continues to hold it. Irving pulls it out. Make that Mills below the goal line. She goes to Foote at the blue line. Jillian Foote to her D partner, Yvetich. Yvetich can't keep it in on the pass, so they'll have to regroup. Massaro with a good forecheck forces a bad pass from Yvetich. Foote has to dump it in, and the first one on it is Brooke Remington for the Ravens. She's met by Murphy. Battle for possession at the boards. Murphy wins it. Now to Foote, the middle of the blue line. Now to the near side of the blue line. Up to Yvetich in the middle. Yvetich over to Murphy on the far side. To Mills in the middle. Now Foote shot goes wide. Yvetich meets it at the blue line and keeps it in. 1:12 remaining on the man advantage for the Huskies. It's Murphy on the far side. She curls up, goes to Foot now on the near side. Foot to Murphy. Murphy to Yevedic. Yevedic on the far side. Shot gets redirected in front by Irving. Rebound sits there and pushed aside by Foucher. Irving below the goal line now has it. Curls up the boards. Goes to Yevedic at the blue line. Yevedic can't take the shot. Now here comes Massaro. Massaro one-on-one with Matsis. Massaro fakes the shot. Puts it 5-0. She scores. Marissa Massaro makes it 4-2. A shorthanded breakaway goal for the Ravens graduate captain. Marissa Massaro with shades of Nicole Amato, a breakaway goal on the penalty kill makes it 4-2. And Jasmine Beck, who's working the camera next to me, she let out a screech, and she's going to get some stuff for that in the film session this week. But it's okay because Marissa Massaro brings it to within 2. The Ravens trail the number 2 in the nation, Huskies. Here in the third period, a shorthanded goal, 40 seconds remaining on the penalty. Cassidy Jones on the forecheck for the Ravens. O'Rard now on the near side, enters the offensive zone for Northeastern. Stops, goes to the blue line for Carter. Carter in the middle of the zone. Switches with Marone. Now she's on the far side with possession to Sindoris. Sindoris is shot into the chest of Foucher. And the Ravens, who many wrote off before this game. Again, the win doesn't matter, the loss doesn't matter, but the experience does, and the Ravens are showing that they will not go to bed easily. Reese Diener loses the face-off. It's Marone in the middle of the blue line. She gives it off for Carter. Megan Carter walks, goes to the near side for O'Rard. O'Rard to the middle of the zone. Stop shot from Carter. Gets blocked in front by Katarina Deja. And cleared all the way down the length of the ice by Cassidy Jones. Matsis out to retrieve it. Jones, a good forward check on Carter. Carter falls down. Diener's shot goes just wide. Marone on it now for the Huskies as we're back to even strength. The Ravens trail 4-2 thanks to a shorthanded goal. Now a 2-on-1 for the Huskies. O'Rard on the far side, choosing to shoot and missing the net was Katie Knoll. McInnes keeps the blue line. Scratched that, called off sides, but now they're back on sides. Knoll, the first one on it. Now below the goal line for the Huskies. Switches with McInnes, leaves it off. The two can't connect on the pass. Seepra has it. Seepra loses it. And now here's Cassidy Jones, one-on-one in the neutral zone with a back checker and Anderson. Anderson with a good poke check takes it away from the Ravens. One of the more skillful Ravens in Cassidy Jones. Lots of speed, very good hands, and good vision on the ice. She didn't pick up very many goals 2 years ago in 1920, but she was all over the 200 by 80-foot rink. Anderson, rebound in front. She knocks down. Seepra on the ground as well. Cleared away by Emily Prive. Make that Bridget Fagan, who gets to the point to pressure McInnes, whose shot goes wide. Michaela Kelly tries to clear it. Finally gets cleared. There's Emily Prive, who now changes, and coming on the ice for the Ravens is Kaylin McLaughlin. McInnes on the far side, walks in for the Huskies, looks at her options, cuts towards the slot, shot goes wide. First one on it will be McInnes getting her own rebound, this time at the blue line. Now opportunity in front. Good takeaway for Fagan as backdoor was Murphy. She would have had a wide open net. Yevedic now at the blue line, watches as skating out of their own zone is McLaughlin. McLaughlin with Fagan. Fagan now on the far side, dumps it. Watches McLaughlin go chase it. She works on Yevedic, who picks it up for the Huskies. Yevedic's pass gets taken away by a Raven. In the area was Jenna Ruiz. Murphy now clears the zone for the Huskies, and it's taken by Anderson on the far side into the offensive zone and dumped to the far corner. Cassidy Jones on it for the Ravens. She gets it taken away by Murphy, though. Now it's Jones. Jones clears her own end, gains the red line, pick and ship. She gets interfered with a little bit. Nothing coming, though, from the official. Irving blows a tire. Now it's Jones below the goal line. Jones curls, shoots into the glove and out of the glove of Matsis. Puck goes below the goal line and played up the blue line. Kiki Doucette gets it poked from her. Now here comes Murphy. 2-on-1 for the Huskies. Along with Murphy, it's number 17, Maddie Mills. Mills gets around the defender. Loses her stick, though. She has to kick it to Murphy below the goal line. Murphy to Tucker. Tucker the shot. Blocked by Jones. Sacrificing the body to keep it a 2-goal game. Now Mills' shot gets high and wide of the net. Goes up the boards on the near side now. Irving switches with Mills. Mills blows another tire. Back down to Irving in the near corner. Leaves it off for Mills, now below the cage. Poked by Remington and taken now by Jenna Ruiz. Ruiz, her pass gets intercepted. Shot on net, saved away by Foucher. Shot came off the stick of Molly Griffin, who has the puck now. Backdoor pass, Foucher the save, and Suzette Foucher keeps it a 2-goal game. Griffin found a teammate backdoor. Suzette Foucher put in the T-slides to work, makes the pad save, and keeps the Ravens in it with 9:36 remaining in the third period. Massaro clears it all the way down the ice. Icing, not the call, waved off by the back official. Tucker the first one on it for the Huskies. Tucker curls, goes back to Marone. Marone looks to clear her own zone, gains speed, goes to the far side for Sindoris. Sindoris now at the hash marks, bodied off by a Ravens defender. Picked up by Becca Niss. Niss, a pass for Reese Diener. Reese Diener looking to win the race against Megan Tucker. She cannot. Tucker regains possession in her own end, goes D-to-D with Marone. Back to Tucker, below the goal line. Up to Griffin. Griffin clears their own zone. Bank pass off the boards to Fitzgerald. Gets taken away by Deja. Deja works for possession. Instead is taken by her D partner, Faith Anthony. Regained by Griffin. Now at the blue line. Opportunity here for Foot. Foot can't take the shot. Instead, she has to put it down the boards to Griffin below the goal line. Griffin leaves it off for a teammate in Jerusik. Jerusik curls. Shot gets blocked by Massaro. Rebound stays with the Huskies. Jerusik now in the near corner. Goes up the boards for Mariano. Mariano holds the blue line. Follows the puck down below the goal line. Bodied off the puck was a Raven. Make that Faith Anthony and go into the box. Thanks to a body check is Annie Fitzgerald. So the Ravens, who moments ago made it a 2-goal game on a shorthanded tally from Marissa Massaro, will get the opportunity to bring it back to within 1. A 2-minute minor to Annie Fitzgerald. The Ravens will go Emily Prive, Jenna Ruiz, and Claire Casey on the offensive front. Brooke Remington, a power play goal today, and Julia Stevens on the back end for the team in Crimson. Ruiz loses the face-off. McGinnis the first one on it for the Huskies. 8:15 remaining here in the third period. Turnover in the defensive zone. Mills on it, though, for the Huskies. Now it's Ruiz for the Ravens. Ruiz time, shoots, gets blocked. In front was Prive. She can't redirect it. Now it's up to the point for Brooke Remington. She plays it down. McGinnis gains it. Now it's Ruiz in the corner. She can't keep it away from Murphy, though, as Murphy finds a way to get some time and space to clear the puck down the length of the ice. Minute and a half remaining here in the Ravens power play. 7:47 in the third period. Azure Janello on the call with you on this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. Here comes Julia Stevens and the Ravens power play unit. Brooke Remington's pass was wide, and the Ravens will have to go all the way back down on their own end to restart their power play breakout. We mentioned it during the second period. The Ravens on the power play have been good when they get set up. It's the breakout. In fact, getting down the ice in general has been the tough spot for the Ravens this afternoon, as another turnover in the neutral zone taken now by Arard. Arard backdoor trying to find Knoll. Knoll's shot goes over the net. Less than a minute now on the Ravens power play. Knoll up to McGinnis at the blue line. McGinnis is just going to retreat back to the neutral zone, go back D-to-D with Jovetic, who goes back to McGinnis, icing as much time as possible off this power play for the Ravens. Arard makes a move around Remington. Arard to Knoll. Knoll, the shot goes off the glass. Rebound comes out to Emily Prive in the far corner. 30 seconds remaining on the Ravens power play. Prive gains the red line, dumps it in. Ravens execute a line change. Taborski now in net for Northeastern. We didn't catch that netminder change. But either way, it's Bethany Ross back to retrieve it for the Ravens. 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. 10 seconds on the Ravens power play. Ross has a teammate. Now here comes Hendrickson. Hendrickson alone. She can't get past, though, Marone. My mistake. Marone goes to Murphy. Now Murphy with an opportunity. 2-on-2. Murphy makes a move. Shoots on net. Saved by Foucher. And the rebound goes to the corner for Hendrickson. Hendrickson loses it. Now an opportunity for Murphy. Murphy goes to Mills. Mills can't keep it. Back to even strength. Now here comes Ava Keeson. Keeson working one-on-one with Marone. Marone watches as the puck goes to Hendrickson. They can't connect. Now it's Murphy. Murphy to Irving. Irving now into the offensive end to Murphy. Murphy can't corral the pass as it goes to the near side boards. Now it's on the blue line. Shot saved away by Foucher. Mariano took the shot. Now it's Anderson below the goal line up to Jillian Foote. Foote, the shot gets blocked in front by her own man and Irving. Sieper on the far corner. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Foote goes down below the goal line. Tries to find Anderson. They can't connect. Anderson regains possession, though, on the near side boards. Cuts towards the net on the goal line. Makes a move to the slot. Shot saved by Foucher. She swallows up the rebound, and Suzette Foucher, in only her second career start and her first Division I start, has been looking good. Or sorry, first Division I appearance. 5:11 remaining here in the third period. The Ravens trail the Huskies 4-2. A shorthanded marker from Marissa Massaro is how he got there. Massaro loses the face-off as he's fresh on the ice. Anderson on the far side boards, throws it below the goal line. Sieper on it, but Julia Stevens to pick it up for the Ravens. Sieper takes it away, swallowed up by Foucher. And we'll get another face-off this time to the left side of Suzette. Holmes to take the face-off for the Huskies. She wins it. Back to Yvetich. Across the blue line, and now Anderson on the far side boards. Hauled in the blue line and kept alive by Taylor Guarino. Far side boards, scramble for the possession. It's Sieper below the goal line in the corner. She's worked on by Stevens. 4:40 remaining here in the third. Anderson comes in to help out. She takes possession. Now Stevens. Stevens along the boards. Goes up to Yvetich at the blue line. Back down to Sieper on the near side corner. Sieper bodied off the puck by Diener. Goes to Yvetich. Yvetich walks. Shot gets blocked in front by Massaro. Massaro into the corner trying to gain possession. It goes to Reese Diener. Up to Niss. Niss trying to get an opportunity. She gets taken down. Yvetich holding her stick. Nothing coming from the officials. Here comes the Huskies. Mariano, make that Guarino. Taking a trip. Loses it. Now here comes Becca Niss. Becca Niss working on Tucker. The shot goes wide. Rebound goes to Guarino in the far side corner. She holds it. She gets bodied by a Raven. In the area is Jenna Ruiz. Gets played down below the goal line. And now here comes Tucker. Tucker goes to the far side for a teammate. And Michaela Sindoris. Sindoris goes across. Now an opportunity here for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to the slot. Tried to find Sindoris. They couldn't connect. Now here comes Cassidy Jones with a good interception in her own end. Jones tries to put it deep. She can't. It's instead taken away by Carter. Carter below the goal line goes to Tucker. Tucker to Griffin. Griffin leaves her own defensive zone to the far side for Sindoris. Sindoris into the Ravens' end. Down into the far side corner. Curls back up the boards. Goes to the blue line for Carter. Carter walks. Now to Tucker on the near side. Tucker shoots. Gets blocked in front and put behind the net. Now it's Griffin. Griffin bodied off the puck. In the area is Brooke Remington. Remington working on Griffin in the area to help out Jenna Ruiz. Jenna Ruiz leaves her own defensive zone. Takes a trip up to Cassidy Jones. Jones, a shot put on net. Saved away by the Husky netminder. And taken now by Jerusik. Here comes Jerusik into the Ravens' end. She shoots, goes wide. Rebound in front for Arard. She's in the near corner now with possession. She switches with Mariano, goes across for Foote. Foote lays a pass into the slot, gets its way all the way across the zone into the boards. Held into the zone by Arard, taken out by the Ravens now. Here comes Ava Keeson. Keeson gives it off for Hendrickson. Back to Keeson. Keeson shoots, goes just wide below the net. Knoll on it for the Huskies. Hendrickson in the area for the Ravens, pushes it all the way out towards Cabin in the neutral zone. Cabin throws it into the Husky end. Icing initiated and confirmed by the lead official. So with 1:54 remaining here in the third period, the Ravens still trail the Huskies 4-2, but have looked very good against the number 2 nationally ranked new Northeastern University. Ravens take a timeout, so we'll be back in just about a minute or so as Coach David Stockdale will talk to his team in the final 2 minutes of this one. Welcome back to this broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics as we are down in Boston, Massachusetts with the women's hockey team as they're on the road. Their season opening exhibition match against the number 2 nationally ranked Huskies. Huskies take a shot. Northeastern Huskies, of course. Mariano is shot from the middle of the blue line, gets swallowed up by Foucher. And we heard rumors of possibly seeing a third Ravens netminder in this one, and Danette Kimball, the freshman from Bemidji, Minnesota, but we haven't seen her yet. Instead, now on the far side, the Huskies regain possession. Poked away by Kiki Doucette. It was Jillian Foote with it in the near side corner. Now it's Bethany Ross below her own goal line. Played up the boards and trying to find a teammate in McLaughlin. Instead, it's held in the zone by Mariano. Below the goal line is Mills. Mills up the near side boards. Flip-flops with Foote. Mills still in the slot with possession. Goes to Mariano. Mariano, the shot gets redirected by Irving in front, but seeing it all the way was Suzette Foucher. And the saying I had earlier, Suzette stands strong, has showed more than ever here in the third period. We hit the 1 minute mark remaining in the final stanza of regulation. Irving cuts towards the net. Goes below it. She's met by Kiki Doucette. Pushed out of the boards by Ross. Kept by Sindoris. Sindoris' shot goes wide. Arard on the far side. Holds it. Goes to Foote. Foote the one-timer. Swallowed up and held on to by Foucher. Ravens will execute a line change. Full 5-person line change. So will Northeastern, but just the forwards for Northeastern. At least one forward and 2 defensemen as McGinnis and Yevedic on the ice for the team in white. The Ravens go with the Marissa Massaro line. Massaro loses the face-off. Opportunity in front. Noel pushed it for Sindoris. They couldn't connect. Now here comes Massaro. Massaro a goal today. Sindoris clears the zone. Goes to Noel. Noel bodied off the puck by Deja. Pass for Nis not received. Back to get it is Julia Stevens with 20 seconds remaining here in the third period. Julia Stevens now goes to Nis. Nis met the blue line by Yevedic. 10 seconds remaining here in the third period. Now it's Deja. Deja up for Nis. Nis with 2 seconds throws it towards the net. McGinnis blocks it, and that's the horn. So the Ravens fall to the Northeastern Huskies 4-2, but considering the number 2 in the nation rank for Northeastern, I think you take it. Emmy Ostrander looks very good. We go back to that flashy save she had on the 5-on-3 penalty kill on, I believe that was at Abby Marone, or actually Skylar Fontaine, who took the shot from the near side. And a sprawled out Emmy Ostrander makes the save. And then Suzette Foucher, who we really got to see the first of today, looked strong, giving up a goal in the second. And none after that. The Ravens picked up 2 goals, the first in the career for Brooke Remington. It won't count towards the standings, it won't count towards it, but it's nice to see a sophomore who didn't get very much opportunities during the COVID year last year find the back of the net on the power play. And then, of course, a shorthanded goal for the leading goal scorer on the active roster for the Ravens, graduate captain Marissa Massaro. Would have been her 96th career point had the game counted. That would put her 4 away from the 100-point mark for the Ravens. Of course, Haley Parker, Nicole Amato, and Marissa's graduating class had hit that mark before graduation 2 years ago. But as for this game right here at the historic Matthews Arena, it's a score of 4-2. The Huskies beat the Ravens, and the Ravens will have another exhibition game next week as they take on Team Bauer of professional women's hockey at Wichita on October 2nd. We'll be there on the call, but until next time, enjoy it. As you know, this is a broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics.